Hi everyone, I'm Nick, and in this video I'm going to be comparing the performance of PlayStation Vue on the original Fire TV stick that was first released back in November of 2014, and the second generation that was released just last week. The Fire TV stick was the least expensive device that would run the PlayStation Vue app, but it also had the worst performance. Menus were painfully slow to navigate, and the guide was almost unusable since it was so choppy to browse. The new Fire TV stick is much more powerful with a quad-core processor and a better GPU than the original, and while the performance isn't quite as good as the $99 Fire TV, it runs the exact same interface and it's much snappier than the original. The one big drawback is the new Fire TV stick is still capped at 30 frames per second. You'll get 60 frames per second on the PlayStation 4, the $99 Fire TV, and even the $49 Roku streaming stick. But the Roku interface is very bare bones and it doesn't have a traditional channel guide. I did a review of the Roku experience. I'll put a link below if you're interested in seeing what that looks like. Now comparing the new Fire TV stick to the original, everything just performs quicker and smoother. You'll first notice it in booting the app. The new Fire TV stick will boot the app in 21 seconds versus just over 30 seconds on the original. Here I'll show you some side-by-side common tasks so you can see the difference for yourself. So you can see just everything overall is much smoother. Even though it might take 5 seconds or so to start a show or bring up the guide, in my opinion it's still a good experience. You'll probably notice it struggle the most while browsing the guide, especially if you try to scroll through quickly, but it's just so much better than the original was. So overall, the performance isn't as good as the $99 Fire TV. I'd still recommend that as your main device if you don't have a PlayStation 4, but I'd recommend the new Fire TV stick for extra TVs in your house or your main TV if you don't mind that it's capped at 30 frames per second, which you'll probably only notice if you watch sports, and you'll notice it in the scrolling news ticker too. If you're looking for a cheap device that does 60 frames per second though, then pick up the Roku streaming stick, but you're going to sacrifice the nice user interface here and the channel guide. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, hit the like button if you found this helpful, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.